Well, welcome to tonight's webinar, you guys, with the BDP. I'm really excited to be here. It's been a long time, it seems like, since I've done a webinar. And, you know, I've been on the webinars. I'm just so excited about all the Facebook training that Georgia Wees has been doing. And, you know, I love that that's kind of where we're headed with things as well, because I just really believe that social media is just our future. Really, I do. And, you know, I love network marketing now. I've been doing it for 4 years now. And it's just phenomenal. It's transformed my whole life. But tonight, and I know that a lot of you guys have heard my story, so tonight I don't want any of this to be about me or even so much about Facebook. I have a very special guest speaker on the line tonight. And the subject of tonight, you guys, I wanted to talk about, well, let me retrack real quick. Okay, so I wanted to talk about how to attract more health-minded people in Isagenix as business builders. And the reason why I brought this, I'm like leading up to this, okay? You know? The reason why I brought this incredible man on the phone tonight is because he's very health-minded. He's always attracting health-minded people into his business as business builders. And he's just one of those people that's really doing it right. And a lot of times I get questions, especially in the last little bit, you know, everyone's wanting to talk to people who needs to lose weight right now. They're so focused on, you know, people who may or may not really be invested in cleansing, because it's like you want it so badly for the people who need it the most, you know, and it's really hard sometimes when you feel like you're not connecting with people who really need the weight loss aspect, or who really need, you know, they just need the health. We all need that, but sometimes it's hard to make a connection with somebody who's in that situation, because, you know, it's just not everybody is ready to make a full-on commitment about their health. But for some reason, my guest speaker tonight, he's not looking for people who just need, you know, who have severe weight loss, the need to lose weight really badly. He attracts to him all the time consistently people who are already health-minded. They get it. He doesn't have to do much convincing, you know, about why they might need to, you know, get more fit or lose weight. And he's just absolutely incredible with the way that he talks to people. And so tonight, you guys, as you can see on my screen, Jason Lattas is our guest speaker. And he is the owner of a fitness program called Summer Body Now. And you can find him on Facebook. I'm just going to pull him up. That's him. Holy crap, he's so hot. And he is my personal trainer. I hired Jason. Many of you guys know I've been posting on Facebook that I have hired somebody to help me get back to fit even more. You know, Isagenix is phenomenal, and I've been using it for so long. But I want abs like that, you know. I really want to take Isagenix to the next level of my life. And that is what, Summer Body Now is doing. And so he's just incredible. And so I want to introduce you guys tonight, and we're going to be interviewing Mr. Jason Lattas, Mr. Summer Body Now. Jason, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you perfectly. How are you doing?
Great. Wow. Thank you for that introduction. I'm glad I'm not on camera because I'm blushing, but I look forward to it.
Jason, are you there?
Yep. Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry, did I cut out for a second?
Okay.
Yeah, I look forward to being on tonight. Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm excited. So Jason, a lot of these people, some of them know you, some of them don't. We've got a lot of people on the webinar tonight. Can you just kind of tell us a little bit how you got started with Isagenix?
Well, the funny thing is, I have been introduced to several different networking companies in the past. And I'd never signed up with one. So when I met you and George, and you introduced me to Isagenix, I shied away a little bit. But the more you told me about the product and who was formulating it, that's what really got me involved. And that's really why I'm so excited about Isagenix, is because we have such an amazing product. I've followed, without even realizing it, Dr. Anderson's, some of his things that he's used in the past or developed in the past, I've used and have always loved his products. So when I found out that he had a no-compromise product and he didn't have a marketing company slashing his budget and he could use the best ingredients, I got excited and I tried the product. If you remember, I think I signed up for the 30-day and gave it a try, and I was blown away by the results. So naturally, I spent, you know, I've had a few businesses in the past. I was nervous about networking, so I got on the product and loved it, but I spent, if you remember, the next 30 days trying to shoot holes in the business and trying to find out what was wrong with the business. And the
Right.
cool thing is, I couldn't find anything wrong with the business. The more I looked, the more I realized that the business is just as good, if not better, than the product. And that's when I jumped on board and decided to start growing it as a business. And
Sure.
thank you for introducing me to it.
You're welcome. I'm looking over your page right now, and everyone can see my screen, and I just want them to see how active you are on Facebook right now. And, so really, what made you start Summer Body Now? Because this is actually, I mean, you've been a personal trainer forever, but this is pretty new for you. Summer Body Now is.
It is. I've had several different businesses, and I've done life, health, coaching, personal training in the past, off and on. But really, when I saw, let me back up just a little bit. I stopped personal training full time when, of course, I realized what a lot of other trainers realize. If you need more money, you've got to work more hours. And it was really difficult to duplicate myself. And that's when I really faded out on personal training and started building other businesses. What I liked about this is I can keep a few clients here that I physically train, but I can train twice as many online. And that's what I do. I let them know if they sign up for Isagenix, I give them free online and text coaching. They can text me when they have questions. They can contact me online, and I'll write them up a meal plan and really help them, hold their hand through the whole process.
Yeah.
Did I answer your whole question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did. And you've been having such great results, and so here, did you get? I mean, the reason why I love this business is really the product is for everybody, right? I mean, we totally get that. We know that. But there are some people that, I think sometimes we chase down people who just aren't ready to really take control of their health when we're talking about the products. And so you attract so many healthy people who just want to get more fit, So tell me, how do you approach not just health-minded people, but maybe, let's say, even personal trainers?
Yeah, well, exactly. I approach both. In fact, anybody who's listening, hop on Summer Body Now and scroll through and look at a lot of the posts that I have on there. When you listen to a lot of people, successful people, the one thing they've learned is you've got to give first. And that's what I try and do here, is really educate people. And the more I post, the more I, get out there education and information and things like that, the more people want to say, hey, thanks for the info. What else can you tell me? You know what I mean? And it's really neat to start conversations like that, because it's amazing how many people have been watching me for months or watching my posts for months. The same thing is happening to my wife, Jennifer. She just had someone get on her Facebook page the other day, and they said, she had just mentioned, wow, I haven't got any responses in a few days. And someone said, I've been stalking you for 3 months and watching your posts. So that's one thing you guys really need to remember, is there's a lot of people out there watching you online, but not responding. And then one day, out of the blue, they're going to contact you and go, I've been watching your posts for 3 months now, and I'm intrigued. I can't wait any longer. I've got to try this. And I just had one of those today that just said, all right, I'm tired of waiting. I have to do this. And they got a hold of me. But what's so important is to keep posting every single day. Because if you don't get any responses, a lot of people stop posting and they let their Facebook page dry up. Well, just because you're not getting responses doesn't mean people aren't watching and reading it. You know what I mean? So that's super important, is to keep posting, keep educating, and sound like someone that people would want to talk to, and they end up
Sure.
eventually getting back to you on the person, and that's on the individual front. My whole approach with Summer Body Now is it's really easier than you think. I'm not into the whole fear-based marketing, you know, marketing 101, convince people that their life is going to be horrible without your product. You know, that paradigm is gone.
Sure.
I'm here to help people. I'm here to serve people, and I'm here to educate people. And I love helping them. And you know, you don't have to do P Crazy X or boot camp or all these things where you get punished and tortured to lose weight. With Isagenix, it's a no-brainer. It's easy. And that's what I tell people again and again and again. It's easier than you think, really. Just give me a chance, and I'll show you how easy it is to release the weight. Now, on a personal front, that's how I attract a lot of those people, is through education and communication. But one thing, or one type of people that I really like to look for are personal trainers that have been a trainer for a while. Because in the beginning, when they're a trainer, they're excited to be a trainer. They're not always as open to anything else because they're fresh out of school. But once someone's been personal training for a couple of years and they realize that, wow, by the end of the day, I'm really tired and I don't even have time for my own workout, they start to think about wanting to duplicate themselves. And I love teaching other personal trainers how to expand their network across the nation. And that works out really well also.
Wow, I'm sorry. I'm really listening to this, you know, because I'm a former personal trainer, and I mean, I know what Isagenix did for me, but I love your approach. You know, I mean, half the personal trainers out there, they're just not making the money that they'd like to be. You know, so like once you get somebody really invested in the product, how are you kind of switching them and helping them understand that there's a business side to this? I mean, because you're making money, Jason. You know.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Well, first, the personal trainers, like you said, having been one yourself, in the beginning, they don't realize that right away because they're still so excited about becoming a personal trainer. But after a few months, maybe a year or two, they start realizing, wow, the only way I'm going to make more money is to take on more clients and work more hours. And they start working themselves into the ground. And that's the person right there that's ripe and ready, is saying, hey, how would you like to learn how to train a handful of clients physically a day, but do a whole bunch online and make a lot more money and expand your business nationwide? And that's a great way. That usually perks up their ears and gets them listening. On a personal front, just about everybody that I get on the Isagenix plan loves the product. They get great results. Even people that just start out, like the person that signed up with me tonight, they just signed up. I told them to sign up under auto ship because it's more affordable and, you know, things like that. And they went ahead and signed up as a customer. But that's fine because I'm going to, in, you know, the next few weeks, we're going to see great changes in them. And then I'm going to say to them, hey, how would you like to get even deeper discounts on your product? And like I said, little questions like that always perk up people's ears, and they go, what do you mean? Who doesn't want a discount? And then I just let them know, hey, you're getting great results. Your friends, family, and everybody you know are going to start asking you, what did you do? If you share it with them and teach them how to do it, then you're going to start making a little bit of money. Well, as you do that, your product is cheaper and cheaper and cheaper until eventually I can show you how to get free product. And I just show them how to bring some people in and get free product. And then, of course, as people start seeing the money coming in, they don't want to stop. And once they get free product, I remind them, I'm like, hey, how cool is this? You've got, once a month, you've got the Christmas box at your front door full of vitamins and minerals and groceries and food and Isagenix. Now you're going to start making money on top of that. And really, once you get someone to that point, I see that as really a breaking point. You get someone getting free product every month, and they don't ever want to quit, because after that, they're now making money and getting free food. And it's just amazing. It's awesome. That's when people really get on fire.
So you don't feel like it's a lot of, I'm sorry, you don't feel like it's a lot of convincing or anything like that, you know, kind of leading with the product and then following up with the business, you don't feel like that's ever been a problem or an issue?
Well, no, because as you know, because you say it all the time, people tend to project their own fears onto who they're
Sure.
talking to. Before they even talk to someone, they're like, well, they're not going to want to do the business, and they think of three or four different ways why this person doesn't want to do the business before they even ask them. Um,
Mhm.
but I kind of do a soft approach. I don't say, hey, how would you like to do this as a business? I just say, hey, how would you like to learn how to get, depending on the personality, I'll say, how would you like to get deeper discounts? Or how would you like to learn how to get this for free? Or it might be, hey, how would you like to learn how to make a little money doing this? You're having so much fun, you're losing weight. How would you like to share it with some friends and get commissioned on it? So there's a lot of different ways to
Mhm.
phrase it really casually.
Mhm.
Because also, as you know, you don't just verbally vomit all over them and tell them how much money they're going to make and why they need to do it. You ask a couple questions so that they open up to you and they go, oh, wow, really? Well, what do you mean by that? And as soon as you get them to ask you the question, then they're open to listening.
Yeah,
And
and
of
I know
course,
that you use the scripts as well.
the scripts are awesome. Oh my gosh, Adrian, I haven't told you. My
Okay.
awesome wife right here, Jennifer is sitting next to me. And I
I love it. I love that we can work this as families. Sorry, I
we
just
have
had to
so much
interject. I
fun
want
doing this
people to know
together.
that.
Yeah, we actually have a blast doing this together. And I mean that. I mean, we're both grinning ear to ear right now. But it's, oh gosh, what was I going to say to you? Um,
The scripts.
Scripts. Yes, thank you. You know me. I've had several businesses in the past, and you and George are constantly saying and reminding, don't try and do it your own way. Use the scripts, keep it simple. And I thought I was keeping it simple. You know what I mean? Because as I'm talking
Mhm.
to you here, I'm showing you simple leads and things that I use. But what I didn't realize is I wasn't using the scripts. And Jennifer was, and she was getting great responses. And I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, I'm just using these really easy scripts here that George posted. And I cracked up because here she just started, a few months ago, and she's getting better hits than me because she was just using the scripts. Really, it's that easy.
Yeah. Hey, just so that you know, you guys, if you're not married yet, you might find somebody in Isagenix. I just wanted to, these are, Jason and Jennifer are newlyweds, and so everyone congratulate Jason and Jennifer on their new marriage. And, Isagenix, it just brings people together. One minute you'll be talking about Isagenix, next minute you'll be talking about, getting married. I'm just kidding. So, no, but it definitely is a family business. I love that. Thank you for sharing that because, we talk about that a lot, just use the scripts. It's almost like one of those things like, it's not a fake it till you make it, but like, if you're scared to talk, they give you a reason to open your mouth, online. And I'm so glad that you said that you've had a great experience with the scripts. Everyone listening, all of you, I see all of you right now. Use the scripts. Okay. Use the scripts. Now, I want to go into something a little bit more, a little bit deeper, if that's all right.
Nice.
You got Jason is amazing. When you're looking at his Summer Body Now page right now, he's got beautiful things all over it about how to get your body in harmony. And that's actually one of the reasons why I chose you to train me. It's not like I don't know a bunch of trainers, but I chose you is because you are all about that. You are about piecing not just your life out, but every single muscle in your body, to really, you guys, in just 3 weeks, I'm telling you, the transformation that I've made, and trust me, I'm going to have some 1 month pictures out here next week to share with you guys, but the transformations that I made are so deep, and I feel like having worked with you now, all of a sudden, I have this deeper connection with my body, with the way that my body works and moves, and how I want it to look. It's like all of a sudden I have a better vision of where I'm headed with this. And so, you're so amazing at that. So can you talk a little bit about what like harmony means to you as you're training somebody?
Okay, you opened a can of worms there. Um,
Yeah.
well, yeah, it just, and first, thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm blown away at the changes you're making in just 3 weeks. The funny thing is, the first week you were going, wow, this is really easy. Um, but as you know, what I was doing was I was introducing your body to a whole new way of moving, a whole new way of thinking, and a whole new way of connecting your mind to your muscles. And that's what I really do. To me, it's not about bodybuilding, it's about body shaping and really getting in tune with your musculature and how your body works, where how and where it works, and how to work with it as opposed to against it. Because you see a lot of that in the gym. People just in there grunting and groaning and working as hard as they can, and it's so funny. I'll say it again. It's easier than you think. And that's my whole, people look at my picture. And the funny thing is, I almost didn't put a photo on there because I get people that message me or put, uh, you know, posts all the time. They're like, oh, whatever, you must work out, 3 hours a day. And I laugh because I message them back and I say, no, really. I work out about 45 minutes a day and maybe 6 days a week. It's not that hard if you really tune into your body, learn to listen, and learn to work with it as opposed to against it. And for me, that's the whole synergy and the whole balance is being in tune with your body and being able to listen to it. And sure, you have a workout program, but it's I like to work out intuitively more than having it on paper. You notice we haven't used a workout page or program yet when we've trained for 3 weeks. When I'm training you, Adrian, because
Yeah.
we do it
And you're,
intuitively.
oh, go ahead. Sorry. I got
No, no,
excited.
no, no. I was just saying because we've been training intuitively. We see
Yeah.
where your body wants it, where your body needs it, and that's where we work it. Um, but with that, there's just a whole mind, body, spirit balance. You can see the synergy in it. You can make a triangle or a circle, whatever you want, but it's all strong body, strong mind, strong spirit. And when you strengthen one area, it strengthens another one. And synergistically, it all works together as you get in tune with yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing lat pull downs today, you guys, and I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, I literally can see what we've been doing, now, and it took a little bit of time, but it's amazing. I love how every single program you do, you tell me all the time how you cater specifically to every single person's body type, what they're thinking, how they're feeling about the process. I mean, I'll say one thing, and in 5 minutes, all of a sudden I'm at ease and just at such peace with what we're doing that it doesn't feel like a strenuous workout or I'm just trying to slap muscle down on my body. It doesn't feel like that. In fact, I love it because I think I said to you today, I've never felt more in tune with my body, with my spiritual being, and with everything, even in my business, just really making a commitment to even become more fit has made me be more committed in every area of my life. And you're right. It's just you make a commitment to one thing and all of a sudden things start changing. I love that. And, I know everyone on this call is like, well, what do you do? What do you do? Well, guess what? You just have to message Jason, make sure that you go into Summer Body Now and you participate in the chat, ask him questions, and he's totally full of answers. And, it's really exciting to be a part of. One thing I want to hash out here real quick, because I just had this pop up in my mind, and I don't want this to be sitting out there. It's like saying that maybe people who need to lose more weight, that I think I get this all the time. They're in Isagenix, and they're like, oh, I need to lose so much weight. I'd have a hard time attracting somebody who doesn't, or somebody who's maybe just could has already health minded. And what's your experience with that? I mean, I get that you're super healthy, but you work with so many people, and if you're working with somebody who's making a commitment and making some serious, weight changes in their life, is that one of their objections ever? Well, it's easy for you to talk to health-minded people, but it wouldn't be for me. Do they ever say that to you?
Absolutely. I get that all the time. And that's why I said I get people, messaging me or posting on my site saying, yeah, it's easy for you. And then I let them know that, I have 3 kids and I put on, what am I thinking? I put on at least 40 pounds with each child, and I wasn't pregnant, so I didn't have an excuse. So yeah, I've ballooned up and lost it, 3 to 4 times in my life, again and again and again. So I'm not brand new to this. What's tricky is now that I've married Jennifer, I have 6 kids. But and that's why I love working at home, and I love this business because we can have 6 kids and work out of the house. It's beautiful, and be here with them. But on that note, yeah, you're healthy, you can do it. With people like that, I actually just let them know that they can become a product of the product, and they're a walking billboard. And for those people, it's actually easier. I had that discussion last week with someone that just said, it's so easy for you. And I said, no, it's actually not as easy for me because people shy away from me because they think I'm going to be some crazy boot camp guy. And, they don't approach me. Whereas your friends and family or people that have seen you in the gym, if all of a sudden you lose 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, you're going to have everybody that's ever seen you ask you what you're doing. So it's actually easier for you because you become a walking billboard as soon as you become a product with a product.
I love that. I love that. And absolutely, that's why you're doing it. I love that. Yeah. I actually just had somebody text in a question.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, I know. I mean, we were going to do this like a short half hour. And so here we go. Let's get into some questions. I just got a text message that says, ask him how do the products work in harmony with exercise, and the business? How do the products work in harmony with exercise and the business?
With exercise or in the business?
Maybe both. How do they work in harmony?
I'll throw it out there and see if it answers their question.
Okay.
Well, in harmony, that question's easy on the working out because, as you know, really it's more important what you put in your mouth than it is how hard you exercise. Because being a trainer, I've seen all types of people in the gym, and you get a lot of the people that work out harder than anybody else in the entire gym, and you'll see them for years, and they never change. And these are the people that think that all you need to do is work out and you can eat whatever you want. And that's where I break it down into baby steps, and I remind people, that they're cellular rejuvenating every, millisecond. You can't even fathom at what rate your body is rebuilding itself. And that's on a daily basis and while you sleep. If you exercise, you're recreating, you're rebuilding, you're breaking down and rebuilding your muscle cells constantly. And as I get that picture into their head, I ask them, what are you rebuilding with? Really? You want to look like this. You're looking at a beautiful castle, but you're trying to build it with sand. Or you're looking at a beautiful brick house and you're trying to build it with sticks. What are you putting in your mouth? What are you fueling yourself with? And what are you rebuilding with? And whatever language you have to use to make them understand that, currently they're built out of Big Macs and soda, maybe that's why they don't look like, a brick house, and start, moving that paradigm shift of making them realize you are what you eat. And what you eat is going to incorporate itself into your cells and become a part of you. Really, what do you want to wear to bed tonight? A Big Mac or, muscles? So I may have rambled a little bit there, but really people need to realize how important it is what you eat and what you rebuild your body with, because your body's your temple. You have one chance. What are you building it with?
Even I know, sorry, just to interject real quick, because I've been working with you, people are like, well, what's he having you do? What's he having you do? I'm like, dude, hello, Isagenix. It's not, I'm working out with him, but he understands and he gets that, the product is going to help build that base. So, I've been doing Isagenix for obviously a long time, and I just, I feel like it is the absolute way. I mean, cleansing to me is just such the missing link, you know, even if you're trying to get cut. Would you
Oh,
agree?
absolutely. Yeah. And even if you are thin, you know, Jennifer's got someone who's signing up here, who's just very thin and she needs to put on muscle. And most trainers, the first thing they would do to them is bulk them up on food and, you know, extra shakes and extra everything. Whereas really that person needs to cleanse and eat smaller nutrient dense meals so that they can really cleanse all the toxins out of their system and start and build a beautiful body starting from scratch, really. So cleansing absolutely is really important. I'm working with another, or I was talking to another guy online today that he said, okay, I see all these people losing weight, but I'm already skinny. I need to put on muscle. And what I'm going to teach him is how to cleanse. So he starts with a nice clean base, but then I'm going to show him how to build his shakes so that they're nutrient dense, higher calorie meals. The
Yeah,
protein base in Isagenix is just so awesome that you can lean up, you can cut up, you can drop weight, you can gain weight. It all depends on how you use it.
absolutely. So, you know, I'm looking at this question again. How do you feel like, you know, just because everything you do is this harmonious thing? I love it. I just want, okay, for everyone who's listening, I just want you to know that this, I mean, I hired somebody so I didn't have to think about what I was doing, and I got so much more than I bargained for. You know, it's like the best deal ever. I'm like, I had to just pay Jason more. You know, he's doing so much more for me than just getting me fit. I mean, you're really helping me balance areas of my life by keeping me committed. And so, you know, I absolutely love that. But, you know, I mean, we're business partners, and, you know, we've been doing this for a while now. And, you know, one of the things I realize is that, you know, the products in terms of the business, I mean, I don't know about you, but I just feel like they go hand in hand. The product is the business and the business are the products. You'll always hear me say that. And just coming from somebody who's kind of, you know, really attracting a lot of, you know, health-minded people, do you feel like that's true for you as well? The product is the business is the product?
Absolutely. They just work so well together, really. I just love the fact that I can help people because really that's, you know, what a great world this would be if we all wanted to just help more people, but we could make a living doing it. And absolutely, you know, they work so well synergistically together. And I didn't answer that, so thank you for answering it. Um, but absolutely, you know, it doesn't get any better than really helping someone get healthy and making money out of it, or making a living out of it. Pardon me. But really, for me, if it and this goes for approaching people for business, for the product, for anything. I approach first wanting to help someone, and if you truly, from the heart, want to help someone, you're going to connect with them at a deeper, more realistic level, and they're going to be more open to any suggestions you have, including learning how to get the product for free and then making some residual income while they're doing this.
I love it. And we're going to end with this, you know, because I kind of want to make a huge point here. When you make money in Isagenix, it's because you are so passionate and invested about what you know can do, that what this product can do for other people. You know, so I mean, and that's exactly how you've been leading your business. And so, I know you're a really passionate guy already, but has that been your concept since day one? I mean, you just were like, I know that I can help people.
Absolutely. In fact, it says that on my about area on my page. It says, you know, I want to help at least 1 million people while I'm here on Earth. I don't know how I'm going to help those people, but nothing feels better than helping people. In fact, the newest member of my team, Tony, I hope you're on here, buddy. He is amazing. And that's really what connected me to him, was seeing him online and how he so passionately works in his business with helping people with spinal injuries, helping people walk again, and you can just see it in the guy's smile. He's committed first to serving and to helping people, and that energy when you really want to serve humanity and help people, it comes back to you tenfold. And that's why I know he's going to be so successful.
Oh, awesome. Ooh, I'm excited to watch Tony go.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. I love this. I'm reading. I mean, everyone can see your About page right now. Make sure you guys go on to Summer Body now and like the page so that you get the updates and, you can get more invested into what Jason is doing. And, I'm just so excited. I'm so grateful that you're able to join us tonight. And, this was so last minute. I'm like, you know what? I just had this epiphany, like, I need to interview Jason Lattas because I'm getting so many questions about what I'm doing, and Jason's the one who's doing it all. So I needed to make sure that people understood like who you are and what you're about, and really how you're building your Isagenix business. I think it's so great to see our peers who are doing it, and we're all in the trenches together. And I think that they could really. I mean, I'm looking at everything. Take a good look. I mean, he's set up for business, you guys. He's not messing around. He's not making habit money. He's making an income with Isagenix because he's set up for business, and it's all based around helping other people. And I know that that's why the majority of you are on this call right now. You're on this webinar is because that's why you got started with Isagenix. The best leaders, all of you on here, are the ones who know that they have something that can help other people. And, Isagenix is making this huge transformation right now to make all of us see in our back offices even that we are a solution-based company. We have a solution for the masses, for everybody. We're you guys, weight loss, health, nutrition, all this great stuff, $75 billion a year industry. And you get to play in that pool. So, I mean, I just really want this to hit home and, take Jason as a great example, of what he's doing. And I'm not saying that everyone has to be Jason. I'm saying, pick and play to your strengths. And Jason is a perfect example of playing to his strengths and making money with Isagenix. And so, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being on this call with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of Isagenix and for being a part of the BDP, and being on here and committed. And so, I don't know what's going to happen on next week's webinar, but I know that today's was great, and so I feel just phenomenal right now that we are able to do this with you tonight. And Jason, thank you so much again.
Cool. Thank you, Adrianne. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Love you guys.
Bye-bye.